Now, our next application that will be featured on stage focuses on celebrating Islamic life. And there is a wide suite of Islamic products and services available, which encompasses the entire plethora of our daily life, actually. So I'd like to introduce you to Nur Shamsul Baharin, who will be talking you through Nurmuslim. Over to you.
All right. Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Aiza. I'm from MadCat World. So what we do is we are a mobile application and content services company. So when we talk about Islamic content, we're not teaching religion. We're celebrating the Islamic lifestyle. So if you look around the world, Islam is always seen as a negative thing, right? So we can't change the way the world looks at us, but we can change the way that Muslims feel about themselves. And then we're looking at sending things like bite-sized reminders and inspirations, so small things that make you a better Muslim every day, right? So we also build digital pocket tools. We do knowledge sharing. We build Muslim-friendly discussion groups. We are looking at helping children learn STEM through Islamic content. And then we're also looking at Sharia-compliant services. So how do we do this? We already have 300,000 people subscribe to our services here in Malaysia. So we have 450,000 downloads in Islamic content. And then we are building the first halal job portal with our partner HDC. And then we also have all the social medias that's happening currently. And what we want to build is a Sharia-compliant advertising platform. So this comes from the problem that we are seeing. When we build our apps, we cannot put advertising in the apps, because certain age groups, certain people, it will show up with sexy content. So you can't have, you're reading the Quran in the mosque and then these things pop up, right? So what we see a great need for is to have this Sharia-compliant platform. And okay, so the way that we approach this, we are doing three things. We are building the community. We are encouraging lifestyle moments, people to celebrate what they do as Muslims. And also we're looking at providing these vitamins for the soul. Okay, so this is how we do reinforcement of everyday values into this bite-sized content. And the market is huge, as we know, and specifically in mobile content, because if you look at countries that we're targeting, the penetration of internet compared to mobile, definitely much greater in mobile. So in ASEAN alone, we have a total population of 4 million, and 3.7 million of those are mobile users. So this is the right time for mobile, definitely. And then if in Malaysia, the way that we make money, we have paid services that we send out through Islamic and lifestyle content. All right, we give out free content, and this is the way that we get people to come and try our services. And then we're also building the next Islamic model where we're talking about the Sharia-compliant advertising engine. Our target market are urban Muslims aged 16 to 45. Okay, and when we look at our competitors, no one offers the same amount of things that we offer, right? So we have a revenue model, which is a proven track record, so we can show a 10-year track record of this. We have reviewed content, and we have 2 years created content. What we are looking for are partners who are ready in the countries that we want to go to. So we are targeting to enter Indonesia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. So we are looking for partners in those countries that can help us go in. All right? And who we are. So we started operation in April 2011. So we are the major Islamic content player in the market. We have over 1.2 million downloads in 201 countries. So I have one person in Australia and one person in Indonesia who's helping me. So just represent the office. So we're looking at establishing a greater presence. And this is our team. So as a woman entrepreneur, I'm one of the leading technopreneurs in Malaysia. So I've won a few awards to show that. And then what we're trying to do is to deliver what we believe in, the passion of creating valuable content and making that into something that can help Muslims be better Muslims, right? So this is the funding that we've received so far. I've got an angel investor. He's a German guy. So he came in when we first started, and then I've got seed funding. This year, I'm closing about 1 million. So I need to raise another USD 1 million. So to do this, I need to be in 2 countries, and we're targeting India and Indonesia. And this is our growth plans. So with this funding that we get, we are going to build the Islamic advertising platform. and eventually a Sharia compliant payment gateway, right? And when we go to these countries, we need to localize the content because we know that whatever content that works in Malaysia, when you go to another country, you have to localize the content. You have to get the scholars from that country to come in. And then we're also looking at, allocating skills and resources to this group, and then going to go-to-market, business and marketing. Okay, so this is the projection. So currently, this year, if you look at the Islamic content alone, we are already reaching these revenues. So we know that if we can go to one country next year, another country the next year, our projection will be huge because in Malaysia, the Muslim population is very small, right? So we only have very, very few people here. So what we're trying to do is two things. One, replicate the model that we have here because we know how it works, we know how to get people to subscribe, and we know how to make them stay, right? So they'll stay for at least 2 years, 3 years. And because people have a thing about Islamic content, they feel guilty about unsubscribing to your content, right? So then the revenue is steady. And we're also looking at building the advertising platform so that you can give out your apps and have clean content. So it's not just for Muslims to put into their Muslims app, it's for anybody who's building apps and want clean content, right? So this is our plans and this is what we need. So thank you very much. My name is Aiza, I'm from MadCat World.
Thank you very much for sharing. And we move on to questions, I suppose. Do we have any questions about this rather exciting portal that takes into account the entirety of Islamic life, really? Very nice. Do we have any questions? Yes, you do have a question, sir.
Thank you. I have a very simple question related to the financial statement. So you have an assumption that the download of the application would generate revenue?
Not the download. We actually have a business model that works with the telco. So say, for example, I send you a reminder or notification. I charge, right now in Malaysia, I charge RM1 per week. Right? So from that revenue, I take 40 cents of that revenue. So I have a way to do that where, and I tend to find that people who subscribe to the service, say, for example, I send you 1 Quran a day, so it's a push notification. So I don't have to wait for me to open the app. It will be sent to you regardless, and then you find that people tend to stay because they feel that it's a bad thing to unsubscribe, once you get this. So at least you've done one good deed for the day. So on that basis, we know that we can keep them for a few years at least.
Are there any other questions?
Check.
Hello? All right, I think there are no other questions for our CEO on stage. If there are, please do address them to her off stage. Thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you.